second episode of this War Thunder series. This time I'll be showing you some footage of my Ki-43 Hayabusa. It's my favorite low-level plane due to its speed and turn time, and this was all filmed in the same historical battle. Alright, so first off, it's this Typhoon. A very large British level 7 plane against this level 2 Ki-43. And I keep popping shots into him, even in this loop. And just see how easily I can stay on his tail. Do some damage to his wing there. And you can see his plane is already pretty damaged as he's trying to keep it in the air. He gets caught on fire. And pilot unconscious. So that's the first kill. Just watching him plummet to the ground in a big fiery ball. Trying to look around, see if I can find any more enemy fighters. Oh, and here I found a friendly fighter in some trouble. He has 2 enemy planes on him. Some friendly planes there as well, but I'm gonna try and save this guy. Seems like the first plane is taken down. Oh, and second as well. That's some fast takedowns from these guys. Great job. Regaining some altitude. And you can just see how well this plane is doing, even in high tier fights. This plane is level 2, and I already taken down a Typhoon, which is level 7. Oh, and a D520 here. British premium plane. So I keep gaining some altitude. I have the altitude advantage already. So what I want to do right now is make him go upwards to try and catch me. And by doing so, I'm hoping he will go into a stall. And he keeps coming up. So I dive down to make myself a lesser target. And turning slightly to make him miss. He goes into a stall, and I can easily get on his tail. Once the Ki-43 is behind you, you can't get away from there. What I think about the replay theater lately though is that it seems kind of buggy. See how the shots always seem to land below the target? And that is, even though you hit the target, kind of seems like it doesn't register your shots the way it should. Friendly Ki-61 showing up as well. Coming in to take part in the action. Just popping some more shots into him. Watching him go down. And no way of recovering from that. That's the second kill of the match. So, at this point, I try to go back to base and rearm, because my ammo is almost out. As I'm going back to base, I'm landing, and there's this enemy plane coming up. I just have to take off again and try to get him out of there. Unfortunately, I have no more shots left, so I can't really do anything besides staying on his tail, because that is probably the safest place to be right now. And it's kind of frustrating, because this would be such an easy shot. You can see how he's not even trying to avoid me anymore. He's just checking to see if I have any more ammo left. So I'm waiting until he either runs out of fuel or gets enough and heads back home. So finally he gets out of there, and I head for our carrier and try to land there. Unfortunately he shows up again. So we go straight for me, and I have the altitude advantage. I go down, make a slight turn, make him miss his shots, and go up a bit to bleed off some speed so I can shoot down and get on his back again. And it's just a matter of following him until he gets tired and heads back. I think he was running out of fuel at this time, because that's the last time I saw him until I had rearmed and got back into the fight. So, only 2 planes left now. I see this Hurricane, and I dive down to get him. Pop some shots, misses. go up and bleed off some speed and dive back down. Gotta be really careful of the AAA. The Japanese planes can't stand that much of a beating, so one shot of these and I might be going down. That's the major downside of flying Japanese planes. He's avoiding a lot of my shots here, and the AAA makes it kind of hard to aim and get a clear shot on him. Yeah, and he goes down. Now we just need to find his little hurricane buddy. He should be the last enemy alive. So I spot him and I go down low. I really want to try to keep my speed as high as possible and don't want to be forced into a stall, in which case he would have an easier job taking me down. So as I'm closing up, I'm going slightly to the side here, making it really hard for him to get a shot on me. I go up and get on his tail. I had no idea how long this fight would last, so I put in 30 minutes of fuel, which I can really feel in this dogfight. You see how I'm struggling to get back on his tail. I gotta give some credit to this guy though, because he did a really fine job keeping me off his tail. And if you take a look, you can see that this is the same guy that kept me from landing. I could easily get on his back then, but it seems like he stepped up his game. Take a look at how easily he can turn his plane now. Can't have much fuel left. Pull up there to avoid going head on with that guy, because you really don't want to be doing that in a Japanese plane. And that head-on actually made me gain in on some distance. Catching up to him here, getting on his tail. Turning over the other way. And look at the beautiful handling of this plane. So maneuverable. And here he starts the scissors, pulling up here to bleed off some speed and stay behind. But this guy really makes it hard for me. I did have more fuel than he had, I'm pretty sure, but he still makes a pretty good fight, and he does some epic flying in his Hurricane. This fight lasted for quite a bit, and it was lots of fun. I like flying against good pilots that really test your skills, and this guy sure did. It was pretty intense as well, considering the fact that the winner of this one-on-one fight would win the whole match for their team. I do a bit of a mistake here. I'm trying to go into a loop to gain some speed and zoom down on this guy again. I go into stall here, which was not intended. Try to get back down on him, but I completely missed. I'm actually in some trouble here, as he steps over and gets on my back. So I try to do some fancy maneuvering, and I put it back into a turn fight. See, I'm going up as well in this fight, and I can pop down when I'm getting closer to give some speed, and I get on his back. And it seems like this Hurricane is getting beat up, because his turn rate is getting much slower than what it was in the beginning of the fight. Yeah, and he goes down. So that was it for that fight. I really love that last fight there. Right, so I wanted to put in a little bonus clip for you guys as well. This next one is not from the same battle, but it's with a Ki-43. And in this one I'm fighting off two E-Shacks. In the beginning you can see me hammering shots into the E-Shack in front of me. Or mostly around him, but I'm trying to hit him. And then you can see his buddy coming in from my left. He's got way too much speed and he overshoots me. Try to use this time effectively and put some shots into the first E-Shack. I really want to hurry up before the second one comes around and gets behind me. And he already has, but it doesn't matter as the first one goes down. Now I can start concentrating on the second one. He's way above me, so I need to trick him into a turn fight. Dive down here to make him overshoot. This way I can turn back around and get on his tail. Although he has more energy than me, so he will get away. But now he starts turning, which means I'll catch up to him. I'll just stay on his tail here and hammer shots into him. He tries to kill the throttle to get behind me, but I go up to bleed off the speed and dive back down. I do some damage. Tries to get away, but he goes down. So that was it for now. Take care and make sure to subscribe.